Hey everybody, it's Brad.
And I'm Christa.
I had a funny look on my face.
Yeah.
With the Big Family Homestead, and even though I am smiling, I am really pretty concerned. Maybe even seriously concerned. And for those of you who might not know us, which most of you don't, I mean, we show what happens on the video, but frankly, a lot of stuff is personal things, you know?
Right. And we'll bring up stuff as it
pertains,
yes.
Well, the thing is this. Our daughter Grace, who is now 17 years old, isn't that crazy?
Yes.
She was a miracle.
Yes.
She was born at 1 pound and 15 ounces, people.
Yes.
She was how big?
You just said how big.
No, I mean on your arm. You show people on your arm.
Her head was basically the size, a little bit bigger than an apple, like a really big apple. Here in my hand, and her feet touched my arm. She was 13 and a half inches long. She was born at 26 weeks.
Yep, and she was a miracle. They had her in the NICU for several months, and they intubated her to keep her alive. And in the process of keeping her alive, it made her head, her entire cranial, all of it, grow funny. And then it stayed that way.
Yeah.
And we're in the process now of trying to get her scheduled for the right doctors who will sign off on the right surgeries. Because when she was younger, we were in a big area with some of the best children's doctors in the world for this specific thing. And we had a team of doctors, and they were all synced up, and they said when she stops growing, then her head, then we can begin the series of about 15 surgeries?
At least, yeah.
To basically completely reconstruct her face.
Reconstruct her jaw so that it lines up properly. And I know it may seem like not a big deal surgery, but it is. I mean, because she will lose all of her teeth because, they're up in her mouth. And so it's a big deal. It's a big deal for her.
Well, and some of you may ask questions not understanding why her teeth are the way they are. And the reason why they are that way is the doctor said, leave them that way for now, because they're not going to give her dentures. They can't. It won't work the way it is.
Right.
And so they've assured us that this is the best path for this moment till real surgeries are scheduled. And
please don't misunderstand when we say that, she needs to have her teeth redone. It's not for cosmetics. It's for for her to be able to chew and swallow. It's for construction, for what's the word I'm trying to think of?
Reconstruction? I don't know.
Not reconstruction, because it's not for cosmetics. It's for actual practicality and using her mouth.
Right.
It's not just so that her mouth will look pretty. It's so that she'll be able to chew and swallow properly.
Well, in addition to that, she does not eat any food through her mouth at all. No. She eats through a G tube,
right.
Which pumps the food directly into her belly. And the reason why is because when she was intubated, she can't form a suction in her mouth to swallow properly, so she will aspirate food.
Yes, right. So hence why she's G-tube fed, because so if and when they are able to fix all of her jaw and teeth, then she'll be able to create that suction to be able to have a proper swallow.
Right. Because when she aspirates the food, then she gets pneumonia. Right. And she used to get pneumonia a lot.
Right.
And we were in all children's, sometimes knocking on heaven's door more times than I really want to think back on.
Right.
So
we were starting the process. A year and a half ago, right before the lovely.
Don't Don't go there. Yeah.
No, I'm not going to say the word, but
when
right
the all
Corolla,
the madness happened.
right, and so they just kind of nixed the whole thing.
Hands off.
Hands off. We're done. We don't know what's going on, and so that's a very big frustration.
Now,
so
you fast forward to why I am seriously concerned today. Our 17-year-old daughter and our 15-year-old daughter are scheduled to go on a church retreat away from the house.
First time ever.
Grace. She's never
ever done anything like
overnight.
This. And it's not from a lack of us wanting her to. It's really a
practicality.
It's the practicality and her being able to take care of herself.
Right.
She has had to learn a lot in her 17 years. Differently from everybody else, and it took her longer than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So it's making sure that she can feed herself and do the things that she needs to do to care for herself while she's away from home. And
because her needs are very different than a regular kid who's just going to go, oh, I'll just go grab a sandwich.
Right, or a candy bar or something like that. She has to
can't do it.
Mm-hmm. So she's gotten into this great routine of being able to take care of her needs. And
however,
still kind of
now hold on, because there's more to this than that.
Okay.
I want to start out by saying that the people that are the leadership involved in this retreat, we trust them.
Yes, that's a big deal too.
We trust them, and we know that she will be cared for, and if anything went sideways, they would let us know right away, but they would already be in the process of taking care of what needs to be done.
Yeah.
That said, I'm dad. It's my job to,
protect her.
And especially a kid like Grace, with the challenges she is going through and will continue to go through, I've got to find a balance between how much I protect and how much I go, well, she needs to embrace as much life as she can.
Yeah. So, this is her first overnight thing
ever.
She's done a day camp. The previous summer, she did a day camp, but that camp was only 20 minutes from her house. But so now it's the first overnight thing she's done.
I don't know how you feel, Mom, but I'm honestly, I have concerns.
Yeah, I do too. But okay, here's a blessing in disguise. We trust the people that she's with, and the camp is only an hour and a half away. So if anything happened, we'll be there in an hour and a half. So.
But still.
Yeah, I know.
It's Grace.
I know.
I mean,
I know.
Hope would have no problem with dealing with whatever came down the pike.
Right. And hope will be there. That's what makes me feel a little bit more comfortable, is because Hope is there just in case Grace needs any help, and Hope does know what Grace needs. So.
Yeah. So, well, what about you guys out there?
Yeah.
Have you guys out there had any similar kind of, I really don't want to let go of this right now, but it's probably the right thing to do? I mean, even in light of the circumstances that are going on right now, I'm really struggling with this because I want her to embrace everything she absolutely can.
Yeah. And experience anything, everything that she can.
Drink in life and thank God for it every day.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, do you guys know what I'm talking about? I mean,
I think a lot of people know what we're talking about.
But it's, well, maybe it's not so different. I was going to say it's different when you have a special needs child, and it is, but it's also not. What?
Nothing. Come on, Dad. Let's It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
I promised I was not gonna cry. No, I don't know. Maybe I'm making too much out of a...
No, you're just a very protective dad. And
Well, we've had to be.
Had to be, yeah.
Grace couldn't be her own advocate.
No.
We had to.
Right.
Not that a normal parent wouldn't, but
Right.
anyway, so there is the real reason for the concern. So for those of you who are people of faith out there, shoot us a prayer, because Dad may need just as many as Grace. So I don't know, is that everything that we wanted to add?
I think so.
All right, well, comments down below, as long as they're nice. I'm Brad.
I'm Krista.
You guys have an amazing and blessed day.